So my lords have consistently crafted remedies where a gross injustice has come before my lords. In Navneet Kaur, my lords, a curative petition was filed and allowed against an order dismissing a petition for commuting a death sentence. A mercy petition was filed and only heard 8 years later. And my lord said that given that it took us 8 years to hear it, and given that there was some significant mental distress in the minds of the petitioner, that we will commute the sentence in curative. My lords, the Indian Council for Enviro Legal Action is a case where my lords had considered what happened in this case was that the review was dismissed and then the curative was dismissed. And they said that on consideration of pleadings and relevant judgments of various courts, the following irresistible conclusions emerge. The judgment of the apex court has great sanctity. And unless there are extremely compelling, overriding, and exceptional circumstances, the judgment of the apex court should not be disturbed, particularly in a case where review and curative petitions have already been dismissed. But the exception to this general rule is where the proceedings, the judge concerned failed to disclose the connection with the subject matter, or the parties giving scope of an apprehension of bias, and the judgment adversely affected the petitioner. Not my case. The other exception to this rule is where the circumstances incorporated in the review or curative petition are such that they inevitably shake public confidence in the administration of justice, and if the judgment or order is allowed to stand. So, my lords, we are merely saying that there are various remedies that when my lords feel that there is something to be looked at in curative, that my lords have consistently crafted remedies. Now, my lords, with regard to the fact that exclusive knowledge in and of itself attracts strict liability, if we may hand over MC Mehta versus the Union of India, the list has been given. Otherwise, we had large pages of compilations, but we didn't want to hand over 1500 pages.
That's something which you look at. Yes, what do you want to see now?
My lord, this is 1987.
This area, would your lordship see the list of petitions, please, to see?